All right, so once you have found and sought out your JV partner, in video number 4, this particular video, we're going to talk about what you should do before you actually approach them. All right, and this is very, very important. One thing I'm going to say is that it's a really good thing to build a relationship with your JV partner that you will be approaching, because the less you are an outsider that just contacts the person without establishing any relationship beforehand, the more you are going to actually get them to accept you. Now, like I said, even if you do this and your product is in direct competition with theirs, they're more likely going to say, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Even if they really like you and they really want to, they're probably going to say no. So just keep that in mind. So you have to kind of keep all these things in mind. But majority of the time, if somebody approaches you that you have no idea who they are and they say, hey, can you promote my product? You're going to probably say no, right? It's kind of like a dating relationship if you think about it. You don't go up to a person and say, hey, will you marry me, right? You have to build a relationship first. You have to be like, hey, you want to go on a date? Or hey, let me buy you this lunch, or let me buy you this dinner. And it doesn't have to be a dating relationship. It could be a friendship, or anything like that. You could be like, hey, hey, I'll bring you out to lunch and let's talk, So you do it step by step like that, and eventually it becomes a relationship, right? So same with the JV partner. And if you're thinking, well, do I really have to do that for every single one if I want to approach like 10? In my opinion, I would do that, because you think about it, that JV partner could yield anywhere from, a couple thousand to 10 grand to 6 figures. I mean, who knows? Because if you build a really good relationship and they see something in you that they feel like, they could work with you and y'all can work together, then guess what? You have landed yourself a big JV partner. And that's really the goal here, is to help you do that. So by doing the small things that we discussed in this video, your JV acceptance rate is most likely going to increase. Now, a few tips you could use is when you approach JV partners, you really need to know about their products. Ideally, you would like to probably be good to subscribe to their list. Don't respond to their emails, especially subscribe to the emails. And when they send an email out, don't respond to their emails with your proposal. Instead, what you want to do is respond with building a relationship. Nothing is more annoying than actually getting, a JV proposal straight up after you've blasted an email out. So, like I said, go slowly, build a relationship first. I mean, we talked about this earlier, but think about it as a dating relationship, or think about it as, just a friendship. You never ever ask for a hand in marriage or on the first date, right? Although I have heard of such cases, and I know people who have been asked for their hand in marriage on the first date before. And unfortunately, I've seen those cases. In those cases, all those people do is they share with other people about what happened. So same with the JV partner, same concept. What ends up happening is if you do that, they actually know other JV partners. They know a lot of people with bigger lists, and they have groups of people that they talk to. So you never want to be that person, okay? So one way of doing this is buying their products. JVs are more likely to look at what you're offering, and that's not a guarantee or anything like that, but most likely they're going to take their time if you took the time, right? It's a two-way relationship. If it's a one-way relationship, they're going to feel like you don't care, you just want money, you just want to use them, right? You never want to feel that way. So same thing in this case. Give them positive feedback, buy their products, see what things could be improved, and don't do it in an annoying way. Do it in just a constructive criticism way, in a helpful way, and show them how you're using their product. One thing that you could do is create a case study based on their product, or even create training or create something around their product and then show them and say, hey, you know, I created this, or I tested this product and here's my case study. People have done that before, and I was just wowed and amazed. And that really, really steps things up to a whole new level. All right. So show them how you're using their product, build a relationship with them, get advice from them, or even pay consultation. Of course, don't be the guy who just contacts them all the time, free advice. You know, pay them for consultation. You know, try to get to know them really, really well on a more personal relationship. Because guess what? Then they'll trust you, they'll know you better, and then, as you know, the relationships that you have and the connections that you have are really, at the end of the day, are what going to help you get in. All right, so now you know that. Let's talk about things you must have before you approach them.